Have you ever reached for a handful of nuts or a small protein shake during your fasting window, thinking it was harmless? That single bite might completely halt a cellular cleanup process your body has been carefully building for hours. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what that process is and the precise moment it shuts down. And the answer might make you think twice before opening the fridge. Many of you probably feel that vague sense of sluggishness as you age. Like something old is accumulating inside without knowing exactly what. That feeling has real biological roots. Over time, cells generate damaged proteins and malfunctioning components that need clearing out, or they simply pile up like unaddressed clutter. Fortunately, our bodies have a remarkable built-in cleanup system for exactly this problem. This system earned major scientific recognition when its core mechanism was awarded the 2016 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine, a reflection of how significant this discovery was for cell biology, not just praise for any one individual. The process is called autophagy, meaning self-eating, where cells wrap up and break down their own damaged components and recycle the material. Similar to salvaging usable parts from old furniture, rather than tossing everything away. Here is what is genuinely surprising. This cleanup system becomes more active, not when we are full, but when the body senses limited energy, meaning during fasting. Animal studies have shown short-term fasting sharply increases autophagy in tissues, including the brain, and human research suggests that roughly 12 to 24 hours of fasting can meaningfully activate autophagy-related signaling. That said, the exact timing varies by individual and metabolic state. So this is a gradual process rather than a precise switch, flipping at an exact hour. So what actually shuts it down? The critical trigger is protein, specifically certain amino acids. Research shows a cellular pathway called mTOR tells cells that nutrients are plentiful, so they should shift from cleanup to growth and production. The amino acid leucine, abundant in eggs, dairy, meat, protein shakes, and nuts, is one of the strongest activators of this pathway. And studies show even small amounts can meaningfully suppress autophagy. What about coffee? Here is reassuring news. Plain black coffee, without sugar or cream, contains essentially no calories, and appears to have minimal impact on autophagy, with some research even suggesting certain coffee compounds may support the process, though this area needs further study. Adding milk changes things, since milk contains whey protein and lactose. That can trigger insulin response and supply amino acids, potentially interrupting the fasting signal. Here is a mistake many people make: nuts. Because nuts have a healthy reputation, people assume a few during a fast are harmless. But nuts are dense in both fat and protein, meaning even a small amount can shift metabolic signaling. If preserving autophagy benefits matters to you, sticking to water, unsweetened tea, and plain black coffee during your fasting window is the safest approach. Now, important safety notes. Extending fasting periods is not automatically better for everyone. People taking diabetes medication or insulin face real hypoglycemia risk with extended fasting, which can cause dizziness or fainting. So medical guidance is essential before changing fasting length. Additionally, since muscle loss naturally accelerates with age, overly long fasting windows can reduce opportunities for protein intake, potentially working against muscle preservation, something several studies caution against. For most healthy adults, a practical starting point is a 12 to 14-hour overnight fast, drinking water and unsweetened tea or black coffee freely while saving dairy, nuts, and protein shakes for after the fasting window ends. When you do eat, prioritize adequate protein to help rebuild cellular material. Try this over a week. Days 1 and 2, aim for a 12-hour overnight fast. Days 3 and 4, extend to 13 hours, keeping drinks limited to water, black coffee, and unsweetened tea. Days 5 and 6, try 14 hours if comfortable. Then break your fast with eggs, tofu, or fish. Day 7, honestly assess how you felt, and scale back. If you noticed dizziness or fatigue, autophagy is a real, gradually activated process, not an instant switch, and protein is what interrupts it most reliably. Balance matters more than extremes. especially for those managing diabetes or muscle health. If this was helpful, please subscribe for more evidence-based health content.